Today's video is the first of a 4-video series breaking down Austin Desanto's offense. We're starting off by looking at his bread and butter, the fireman's carry, and why his was so effective. At the end of the video, I'm also going to talk about the fireman carry in general and why it's a pretty good feet-to-back technique compared to other feet-to-back techniques. So going to the reasons why his was pretty good. First off, he could do it to both sides. He could do an inside fireman's carry as well as an outside fireman's carry. I know that seems simple, but most wrestlers only do it to one side. Great examples are Spencer Lee. He has a fantastic carry, but he only does it on the inside. It's not a shot at Spencer Lee. Obviously, he has other offense that works for him. Same thing with Escott, NC State, only does it on the inside. All-American Brandon Kaler of Oregon State, he has a great fireman carry, but he only does it on the outside. So that's something that's pretty unique to Desanto. Also, his grip is really strong. If you hear guys talk about wrestling him, Stefan Mitchell, Seth Gross, they talk about this a lot.
It's a lot tighter than you expect. You know, he gets a hold of that, and it's like, dang, this dude's got friggin' control of my arm, and I can't do anything about it.
He actually keeps the tricep on his outside carries. For some reason, when people have that inside control and they go for a sweep single, they just let go of the inside control and they just go to the leg. I'm not sure why that's the case on the collegiate level. I've even seen coaches teach it that way. Outside carry can end up winning you a match or getting you 6 points or 4 points. So I'm not sure why not go for that. If that doesn't work, you can always just transition to the sweep single afterwards. So I'm not sure why that's the case, but it is. And he always has a second move. Even when the inside or outside carry doesn't work, he always has a second move to still get the 2-point takedown. So let's get right into it. This is a true freshman, Austin Desanto, against the number 2 wrestler in the country, Stefan Mitchell.
And right away, and Mitchell's got to do something about giving up that elbow control. He's getting it again. Another comes close to the ball. Can Austin Desanto get the pin? He's close. What a bridge by Stefan Mitchell.
This is against multiple-time All-American, eventual national runner-up, Jack Mueller. Austin Desanto was actually 0-3 against Mueller up to this point in his freshman year, and he was finally able to beat him at nationals. If you notice, Austin Desanto likes having that inside control, and he wants his opponent to grab his elbow for elbow control. Keep that in mind because it's going to be important for later in the video. And as he goes, he kind of do little starter steps, and he pulls that elbow control into an underhook. This is against eventual All-American Scott DeVecchio of Rutgers. Notice again, he has that inside control. Opponent has elbow control. He also did that starter step. So he fakes, and as they step that foot back up, that's when he usually goes. Every detail matters. Him keeping the tricep on the outside fireman's carry, him doing the fake starter step before he shoots the inside fireman carry, him wanting his opponent to have a certain grip, typically elbow control or a shallow underhook, because remember, the only reason for the elbow control is so when he goes for it, he can pull it into an underhook. So if they already have a shallow underhook, then he's halfway there. Remember that one of the main points is that he always has a second move even when the carry doesn't work as planned. The first way we're going to look at this is from the inside fireman carry when he transitions to either a leg attack or a go behind. First clip is against national runner-up Ethan Lezak. He goes for the inside carry, slips off the tricep, crack down position, just cuts off, finish with a double. Against Stefan Mitchell again. And Stefan Mitchell ends up cracking the code against him because he was a lot more one-dimensional his freshman year with Drexel. And I'm going to include, that's going to play into the video. Now, this in and out finish is, I love this in and out finish. It was pretty slick. I'm going to slow this clip down. So he goes all the way in. The opponent isn't focused on any type of re-attack or go behind because his focus is not getting put to his back for 6 points, right? And that's one of the beauties about this move because it's so dangerous. Similar to my point about the Iranian lat drop, because the move is so dangerous, their mind is just focused on defense. It's not even focused on counter offense. And he also has their arm. So the guy sprawls, Desanto just goes out and goes behind. Only tweak I would make is if you end up adding this to your offense, that other arm that he kept as a crossface, end up doing like an arm drag go behind from that. That's what I would do. This time, he doesn't even have to go in. He just fakes the opponent knee sprawls, and he just goes behind them. Next, we're going to look at his second attacks of the outside fireman's carry, not working to plan. Quite a few options from here. He does a sweep single. He does a sneaky leg takedown. Have a previous video about that move. I'm going to show it right here. Or he just ends up, when the opponent posts, just popping the head out. Inside control. Opponent has elbow control. Goes post. He's clearly trying to go for the outside carry. It's not there, so he ends up just switching off to the sweep single.
Right near the edge, 15 seconds. Fixboy's got the win. See him taking ground here. I guess RBY immediately goes to a dump and he's going to hit it.
This happens all the time when you go for a sweep single. If you're going for an outside carry, which is just a sweep single, keeping the arm, obviously, as if I haven't made that clear, the opponent's going to end up getting a whizzer. And a lot of time they will pull you up into the seatbelt. In this clip, he kind of just went up to it himself. A lot of time they will pull you off that leg as a way to defend the outside fireman's carry. And they will pull you into a seatbelt. Austin Desanto loves being at this position. He just ends up putting his leg in. I call it a sneaky leg takedown. He ends up getting right back to work every time he does it.
Gomez ranked 14th to Santos 10. Trying to get this early.
Shoot, whizzer by Gomez. Seatbelt into the underhook dog fight position. That's what DPS breakdowns call it, the dog fight position.
Lee and Backel found themselves in a couple of times tied up.
Ends up getting an easy 2-point takedown. Ridge love it. Goes for the inside fireman carry. Completely misses it. Ends up getting the seatbelt anyways. Again in that underhook dog fight position. Easy takedown. Now, this same clip is going to transition us to the third option, just popping the head out. Because Desanto takes out the sneaker leg, gets right back to work. Goes for a fireman's carry. Ridge Lovett is posting. He just pops his head out. He posting that foot, can't drive him over, pops the head out, easy 2 points. Same thing as Jordan Decatur. Pops his head out. A lot of times, if for people who do fireman's carry a lot, on taller wrestlers, they're a bit harder to finish, especially the outside fireman's carry. So the option to pop your head out is pretty useful. So you guys remember when I told you to pay attention to him liking this tie-up. He wants inside control. He wants you to grab his elbow. Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the wrestling community, and college coaches notice this. So the first time he wrestled Stefan Michik, he beat him 22-10. The second time he lost 12-1. Now I think that's probably the biggest point swing of any elite wrestling match ever. To go from scoring 22 points from the guy to only scoring 1 point on him. Listen to Stefan Michik talk about this after their second match.
Rips your arm off, so I gave him a lot. I grabbed his elbow and he just fireman. But if you don't grab his right arm, he can't shoot. If you don't grab his right arm, he can't shoot.
So if you're a coach and you're an athlete watching this, what are you going to do? You're not going to grab the right arm. You're going to listen to the guy who got beat by him horribly and then beat him horribly in the very next time they wrestled. And you're just going to take that advice. That's easy game. Okay, so knowing this, he has to develop something else. He can't, if he wants to be the best guy in the country, he's going to listen to that and say, you know what, all offseason, this is what I need to work on. That's exactly what he did. So he developed his elbow pass high crotch. Against number 5 seed in the country. He got really good at this move. Again. The guy's collar tying him, which is the better option. He clears that collar tie, goes elbow pass high crotch. Cuts to a double, easy sit down. He has shot self control, clears the tie, high crotch.
Nice, beautiful high crotch right there. You saw what he's doing with a lot of the great wrestlers too.
He did this quite often. He ended up finishing this one with a cradle. Then you have this tactic right here that Roman Bravo Young made pretty famous. It worked for Roman Bravo Young because he has crazy core strength, balance, footwork, whatever. But wrestling, the third best guy in the country, no argument there, right? Roman Bravo Young was a clear number 1, Fix clear 2. I think Desanto was a clear 3. I think most people only saw Desanto losing to Fix and Roman Bravo Young. You have to understand how dangerous a guy has to be and how much people have to fear his offense for them and their coaches to say, you know what, putting your hand behind your back is not a bad idea. That is crazy to think about. And it only happens to Austin Desanto. So Desanto just going to snap him right to his face, because why wouldn't he? He has his hand behind his back, and it just ends up being an easy 2 points. So that's that. That's most of the video explaining what Austin Desanto did different about his fireman carry, what made it so unique, showing you how he adjusted to people adjusting to his fireman's carry. So this video is already long enough. So besides making it longer, I'm just going to make it 2 videos. So I'm actually going to be posting a video at the same time I'm posting this one. So I'm going to be posting 2 videos in one day. That video is going to be talking about why every wrestler should be good at a feet to back move, and why I think the fireman's carry is a good option to be that feet to back move. I'm also going to compare and contrast it to the over, double over body lock type position, comparing it to upper body throws, upper body trips, as a way to make my point and make my case regarding the fireman's carry. So I guess it's an additional bonus video that I didn't plan when I made the intro video. So I guess the series is technically going to have 5 videos in it, but this video isn't Desanto specific. So I guess it's just a supplemental bonus video. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.